Pax8 is a cutting-edge cloud solutions distributor located just outside of Denver, Colorado.
We're really trying to solve the problem of distribution in a cloud-centric age.
We really want to help partners move from legacy business into this new cloud space.
It's a new way of thinking. It allows smaller businesses to actually get bigger before they need to bring the IT in-house.
We work with a diverse range of partners to enable them to adopt cloud solutions.
Resellers, system integrators, managed service providers, businesses, whether they're small or large, they really need protection, whether it's from an attachment on an email or from a link to a malicious website. The opportunity started with Symantec sales representatives calling us.
A partner was looking for a new email security cloud product.
They actually just spent the last 6 months migrating to a new email security provider. And a month after they got all of their customers on that service, that provider let everybody know that they are going to be end-of-lifing the products that they had just migrated to.
They were really looking for a vendor that was not going to abandon them like their prior provider did.
During the initial RFP, there were 5 companies that were involved.
The initial round was working with Symantec and taking a look at the email security.cloud portfolio.
Our recommendation was, we don't believe there's anybody more qualified on the planet to satisfy their needs with Pax8 and Symantec.
During the second round of the Symantec presentation, this is when we got into a deeper dive of what the products could actually do. We had a Symantec cloud specialist, we had someone from the cloud overlay team, we had Symantec sales engineers, and then we had a couple people from Pax8.
There was really great synergy working together.
So after the second round, we got into a proof of concept, and they began to test our product and stack it up against some of the other people who were involved in the RFP.
We knew it was going to come down to just a select couple vendors.
My recommendation at this point was the #1 cybersecurity company in the world.
In the final round, they selected a competitor based on price.
Our heads exploded.
We were confident that if they did put to test what the competitor claimed, we knew they would come back.
So a few weeks into the project, promises and expectations were set by the vendor that they chose. And when they started to migrate a few customers over, it turned out that they couldn't keep the promises.
It was all smoke and mirrors.
It wasn't automated, it did not meet their expectations, and they decided to come back to Symantec.
The type of resource that Symantec brought into this were pretty outstanding.
They provided a remote cloud specialist. I had never heard of a remote cloud specialist before, so I was impressed just by that alone.
Very quickly, we re-ramped back up. We were ready to go.
So this process actually took about 1 hour. They turned on their 350-seat account for their own personal use. We then monitored it for 2 days to make sure everything was working correctly. And then we handed it over to the partner who was pretty impressed that we were able to do it in this time period.
This took truly a matter of days for Pax8 to prove, along with Symantec, that we could do what they were asking for.
Nobody in the marketplace is able to deliver upon the SLAs that Symantec has. So it was a pretty phenomenal experience all in all.
The key results that they achieved when bringing Symantec aboard were immediately felt, because the first customer that they asked us to migrate was their own company. It was funny because one of their executives, when he turned on the service, he thought that it wasn't working because he was used to a large quarantine report. He was informed that Symantec was blocking those threats at the perimeter before they even got to the inbox.
We have this process down. It is a fantastic experience, not only for our partners, but also for our customers.
As far as the future of Pax8 and Symantec's relationship together, I feel like we are just beginning now to find our stride.
What made this work was one face. The client needed it, and we won that deal because of it. So the future is bright, because as long as we go to the market that way, I think there's no telling how much business we can do together.